on this episode of More Than a Creator.
I'm Amani. I'm a dancer, I'm an actress, I'm an artist, I'm a writer.
Let's get into this fan that got you tatted. You know I wasn't gonna pass that up. What's up with that? But I'm not gonna do all the talking, y'all. I ain't gonna do all the talking, y'all. Know I get to talking, I won't stop.
It was just a dark time for me, girl, and that's when I paused music. I used to do shows all over Atlanta. Like, if you had a stage, I was on it.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of More Than a Creator. Today we'll be talking with Amani Villa. She's an entertainer, an actress, and most importantly, a dancer, okay? So we're going to be talking to her. She should be hopping on shortly. I'm super excited. I actually found her through Instagram. So y'all going to learn about her today. She has a single out called Kingpin. She did a dope behind the scenes video. Y'all, we gonna talk about that. We'll be talking about her tour. She is also a Beyonce impersonator. Hello. So we gonna get into that a little bit. And can you believe it? So her fan base is so solid that somebody actually got her brand tattooed on it. So we'll be definitely going into that. She does sell waist beads as well. And she went to the Beyonce concert. So we'll be going into detail about that on her point of view being a dancer and going to a Beyonce concert, because y'all know Beyonce be dancing. Hello. So she just hopped on. So that's my little intro for her. But I'm not gonna do all the talking, y'all. I ain't gonna do all the talking. Y'all know I get to talking, I won't stop. But I'm gonna let her hop on and introduce herself as well.
I'm Amani Villa. I'm a dancer, I'm an actress, I'm an artist, I'm a writer. Y'all, I do so many things, but I mainly dance, I act, I write. I've done music, and they're trying to drag me back in that right now. But right now, currently, I'm streaming. So I do live almost every single day of my life.
What is it on TikTok? Because I saw your TikTok. You booming on TikTok, girl.
Girl, it's on TikTok.
Ice cream so good. What you do on there?
I do this. Like, I talk to people. We do battle sometimes. I do boxing sometimes. Like, it's just like this. So I'm looking like, y'all, I promise I'm not new to this. It's just, it's a little different, but yeah.
Okay, cool. So what came first? Was it being an artist, being an actress, a dancer, streaming? What came first?
No, streaming was the last thing. I just started streaming 2 years ago. What came first? Dancing. I remember, like, what was it? It was dancing, but dancing, I was in a performing arts program outside of school that if we got taught to dance, then we had to act. And if you acted, then you had to kind of sing a little bit. So they kind of made us do all three, because we were always like doing a play or emulating like different artists like Beyonce or Destiny's Child with Michael Jackson. So they always had us like performing, and we had no other choice but to, copy what the greats did.
That's my first time actually hearing that, because usually when you go like to a performing arts school, they give you like a choice. You know what I mean? So where you from?
Girl, we had no choice.
Yeah.
You do this, like you getting out. I was like, okay.
But I mean, it turned out good for you.
Okay. Listen, where you from? I'm from the Bronx.
Okay.
I'm from New York.
So, like, at all the performing arts school, was that like typical that they would do that?
I don't think I went to a typical performing arts.
Okay.
I don't think it was normal.
Okay, I got you. What made yours different?
Yeah. It was like having, it was two beautiful Black women that ran it.
Oh,
and
good.
One of our teachers, she was huge overseas. So she was like, she grew up like in England or Germany somewhere. So she was huge over there. So she already had the experience, but like overseas is different than America. So she gave us the training that she had over there.
Yeah.
So we were like running. We'll get a little Michael Jackson father type of scolding sometimes, and we wasn't. Girl, if I was talking to someone, I had to run like 20 laps and try to sing at the same time. Ooh. Some people got hit.
Oh, okay. yeah, that was different.
It was like Jackson, like the Jackson's boot camp kind of. I'm not gonna lie to you.
How did it help you grow though? Let's talk about the pros and the cons. But let's talk about the pros first.
Right. So it helped me grow, because honestly, like, even though we hear stories like that and it sounds scary, it does make the kid disciplined, because I did not want to run, and I didn't want to get hit, and I did not want to get embarrassed. Miss Janice did not play. She would embarrass you, and she would take your main role and put you in the back and put that person in front of your seat and like, next time try again. In front of everybody, and nobody wanted to be humiliated, you know? So it made me cross my T's and dot my I's. I was executing. If it was choreography, I practiced at home. It was practice. Every day after school, I had to go there and practice. To the point where I didn't even need water breaks. Like, I would just go. Because I didn't want anybody taking my spot, you know?
Oh, wow. So, that is different.
I was like 15, 16, 17, yeah. 14, 15, 16, 17, yeah.
So with the dancing, was that your passion? Did you kind of just fall into it? What really inspired you?
Yeah, my whole family, my dad's side of the family is very animated. So like, they have videos of me. Like, you know, Beyonce got her little videos when she was a kid. It was like, they got videos of me Harlem shaking with my cousins. My brother used to Harlem shake. He used to do the little with the baggy tees. I used to follow them like, okay, I can do it too. So I've been dancing with my cousins and my brothers since I was like a kid. So like, I feel like that was always in my soul. But when I became like a choreographed dancer, I was like, oh, like, I like this, you know, like I like the fact that, I don't know, I guess it was like a calling, because I caught on to it like this.
Good.
You know?
Okay, and what was next? Was music next?
No, music is later. After dancing, it was acting. Because remember, I had to be an actress to get the main roles in the plays and stuff. So acting came right afterwards, but that was like memory and lines and stuff like that. And my favorite subject was English. So I was like, okay, memory is nothing for me. So acting became my second love. But I knew if I acted and danced, I could act as like somebody on a show that was a dancer too. Yeah. So I did that. So acting, and then after acting was writing. Because I've been writing. So I know, it's like all these things. And then music came afterwards. But my dad used to own a label. So I kind of grew up in the studio. And I was like so over music. I was like, oh, like I don't want that. But I have such a good ear. My dad taught me how to play piano. I know how to read notes. Like, you know, I was raised in that environment. So people were just like, well, your ear is too good for you not to at least try it. But, you know, so... music isn't my love, but it's like I'm so good at it, like ear-wise.
Okay, so let's get into, I saw your single, Kingpin.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, show your fans some love real quick.
Hey, y'all, I'm over here. Y'all know I can't see far away, so I'm looking like... y'all can't see nothing. Hey, y'all, if you guys ain't here, what's up? I know it's early, y'all, but we're gonna save this interview and post it so everybody can see it. My bad, boo, go ahead.
Okay, Kingpin. Tell me about that.
Oh my God, I love you too, boo. Girl, so Kingpin, oh my gosh, girl. That was like, I've done so much songs and I don't really talk about it that much. I really should talk about it more, but Kingpin is my favorite song I've done. Not the only song, my favorite song. It's not, right now, it's not currently on iTunes, so y'all, I'm getting it redistributed. I was through a company called, oh my God, what was it called? Y'all, I forgot the company. But it was me, Mulatto. I forgot the company I was with, but it was me, Mulatto, Young Baby Tate, and some other artists that they do distribution. My manager at the time, yeah, girl. So it was a very hype time. Like I was like, industry parties. Kingpin came around. I was in the studio with I think it's Lupe. Yes, he signed to Atlantic, and we were just in the studio one day, and I was like, you know what? I need a hit. I need something, and I don't like a lot of people's producing nowadays because it's like all generic. I don't like it. So he was like, all right, let's just do this. Boom, boom. He was playing some music. I was like, nah, play that one. And he did it. I was like, yeah, do that one. And he was like, yeah, what about that? I was like, yeah. So we both like co-produced it. And then he started, And I was like, dun, 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 dun. And he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Girl, we made it in 5 minutes. I promise you, we made it in 5 minutes. And I sat there and I was like, that's the best song I've ever made, and it was effortless. Like, if we could did that for like 20 more times, it would have been an album, you know? And he was like, bump it, let's just drop it. And I was like, bump it, let's just drop it. And I did a photo shoot, like, I think like that weekend, and we dropped it, and everybody was like, what the fuck is this? What is this? I was like, I know.
Because when it's a vibe, you know, and you just be feeling it. So tell me about the studio vibe, how y'all was just bouncing back and forth. Like, how did
Yes, it was like a beautiful studio too, and we was just in there. I wish I could remember the company I was with, y'all. That's so crazy. It's been so long. This was right before COVID too, by the way. This is 2019. So this is like before all of that happened. So we was like on a roll. I was making songs like with different producers, and every producer I had to co-produce because nobody ever had a beat that I liked. Like, you know, I wanted an extra drum right there, a little conga right there. I want an extra put a flute right there. Like I have to have instruments. And so when we was creating it, it was like an island feel, and I was like, this is literally what I want. Like,
that is like, so funny. Because in my notes, it gave like an island pop meets Southside vibe. I was like, ooh,
I was like, yeah. Girl, it was everything. It was everything. But COVID played a huge part in a pause of my music, and we were supposed to do a music video for it. Girl, I already had the rollout for it. It was gonna be crazy. I mean, we can still do it right now, obviously, but COVID was literally right before like the hype really went crazy. It was getting played on tours. My ex he was on a tour with oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so bad with names. What's the artist with the
look, make sure y'all go to her page and y'all be able to figure out which there we go.
I don't listen to him, so I can't think of his name. But anyway, it was played on his tours. It was getting played on a lot of people's tours and stuff like that.
Wait, I did see it. Was it St. John?
St. John, yes. Yeah. And it was the other guy.
Where can they find your songs and your music and stuff?
So it's on my page. So I do still have some songs on my Spotify. Kingpin is not up, y'all. But Kingpin does have a video, though. It's kind of secret, though. It's a little secret. But it was a visual that Terrace Michael actually shot it. He's doing mulatto stuff. Now, he's killing it right now in the game. But if you guys literally, it's a secret. I'm going to do a rollout for all of this stuff. Trust me. Like, I'm going to relaunch Kingpin. It's going to be an actual music video. Like, I'm going to finish it. I have to. It's too fire not to.
Yeah.
But if y'all research Amani Villa Kingpin, right, y'all going to see the second one. Amani Villa Kingpin, the red room. It's going to be the red room. And it's like a little like visual. I used to show people this all the time, but like, hold on, let me show you.
Is this behind the scenes video?
Or it's like a little visual, like a little dancey visual. Like, hold on, it's by DJ Iceberg. He does a lot of Atlanta radio. He's amazing. But it's like a little video, like a visual. Sorry, I got a little pretty press on my computer. But it's the red room, and if you guys Google it, you would see. It's a song, y'all. But I'm dancing like
yeah. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yes, okay. But yeah.
Let's talk about your tour though, because I see that you went to Tennessee, Kentucky, and Alabama, just to name a few places.
Girl. Tour is crazy. We all packed up. It was we all packed up, and it was my DJ at the time, and he was like, "We going on tour with it, bump it. I'm about to do a tour. You coming with me? You're gonna be featured. You gotta get out here. You gotta like." I used to do shows all over Atlanta. Like, if you had a stage, I was on it. I don't care if it was live, it was pre-recorded. I was on everybody's stage. I was hustling at this time. I did not care. So he found me like before Kingpin even came out. So when Kingpin came out, he was like, all right, look, like I'm gonna help you because you just doing this by yourself and you need a squad, like, you need a team. And I was like, you're right, because I'll do this thing on my own if I can, if I have to, you know? And we packed our truck up. It was like my manager, him, that girl. It was like five of us, I don't know, like 4 or 5 of us. And we drove. They drove up there, and the food was limited. I don't eat McDonald's, girl. I had to eat like Wendy's. I'm so strict on what I eat. Touring is like, it's not about what you want to eat, baby, until we get tour money where we can have chefs on a bus. You don't get that. Like, when you starting out, you're going to eat what you're going to eat, what's on the way there. Like, we had to change sometimes in a car. We had to change sometimes like in the little stores. Like, we had to. It was such a humbling experience because I was like, wow, like, people don't talk about this part of touring when you're independent. And you just see the glamorous like tour buses, but like, what if you don't have a tour bus? Like, you don't have like the hotels in every city yet. Like, we had to, girl, I had like 2 hours of sleep sometimes, and we were just taking shots. And now we got to wake up in 2 hours, and I got to execute. But every show I executed. And then guess what? And then as we're on the way to Wyoming, we was leaving Chicago, going to Wyoming. That's when we got the call about COVID shutting down Atlanta. On my tour. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I was talking about, I remember it like it was, yes, I would never forget it. It was snowing in Chicago. I was like, oh my God, we in Chicago, y'all. We about to perform. And then literally, they was like, yo, y'all, did y'all hear about the COVID shutdown? I'm like, COVID shutdown. They was like, yo, we gotta head back to the city, shutting Atlanta down. I was like, they not shutting Atlanta down. Whatever. Girl, I'm thinking it's the purge. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Oh my God.
It's the purge and you on the tour.
I'm over there on tour like, this is the beginning of my life. My song getting played on tour. I'm getting sent videos. I'm like, blah, blah. Girl, and COVID shuts everything down. The studios are shut down. I don't have no home equipment. Like, it was, oh my God, girl, it was crazy. Girl, it was
so with you
so crazy.
starting back up from COVID, like, what's the difference now? Like, do you feel like you kind of started from square one or what? Let me know.
Sure. Not as far as like, now music wise, yes, because something else happened after COVID that kind of like made me go, okay, stop.
Right.
Like, I stopped completely. And that was my ex. My ex passed. His name was Matthew Pearson. And he passed away, yes, 2021, February. Like, as soon as it was starting to let up, he got caught up in that. So, and he was a executive producer for Epic Records. And he was, of course, like helping me and developing me. Like, it was just like a beautiful bond. And it wasn't just about music though, but he was definitely like helping me out with everything. So him passing, like, it was like, girl, everything stopped for me. Everything stopped. I was writing a book too. Girl, everything stopped.
So with that grieving process and him playing a role in your really the makeup of, I'm not gonna say he made you, I ain't gonna say that, but you know, helping you with artist development and stuff like that. How did you get through the grieving process?
Girl, thankfully I have like spiritual advisors around me, mentors around me, very just spiritual people around me that speak life into me. And they literally like prayed and held my hand through it all. I don't even know if I still would be over right now if it wasn't for them. Like, the women in my life, like, and it's older women too, you know what I'm saying, that's been through it. And she literally walked me through it all. I even had like spiritual visitations from him. Like, that's how intense and crazy the whole thing was. Like, I'm talking about, it was crazy, girl. I have to write a book or do some type of film about it. Because the experience, I feel like, it's not common when you're spiritually attached to somebody else. Like even his passing, I felt when his body, like, I felt when he was released. Wow. I felt it. His homegirl, like, it was crazy. I felt it. I knew when it happened. I felt it. I was in his house and I was like, he had to go. He let go. And I felt that. Sometimes in my sleep, he would visit me in my dreams. I seen him when he was younger. We was like all partying with his family. Like, It was crazy. I had to have moments where I was like, bro. And it wasn't that I just did music for him, but it was such like losing somebody that you're with. And I'm very, very, very like, I don't date a lot. I don't post. I don't do all that. Like, I'm not public about a lot of stuff on purpose, especially nowadays. So for me to be romantically involved with somebody and I lose them by like death. Yeah. Oh my gosh, girl. It tore me to shreds. You know what I'm saying? Like, it tore me to shreds. It broke everything about me. I was like, everybody shut everything down. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's still I kind of like don't visit that a lot, but it was just a dark time for me, girl. And that's when I paused music. Kingpin got paused. The rollout got paused, you know. And I had to take a moment to reflect on what I was going to do, like, as far as getting back up again and restarting my life, you know? Because, like, that's somebody you see as your future husband. You're seeing, you know, we're doing all that. Girl, it was crazy. And I was like, man, this is why I don't do relationships. That's kind of like cold, like dark humor. But I was like, you know what? This is not me with nobody. Just, you see? Like, girl, it was crazy.
Wow. Wow.
It was crazy, girl. Yeah, it was the one time I actually get attached to somebody romantically that happened. So it kind of like it didn't scare me away of love. Obviously now I'm way, obviously like I'm recovered completely. But those first 2 years was like,
I think that's really good that you're able to speak on it now, though, because I think a lot of people go through that. Like even with like huge big artists like Dolph passing away, and everybody else that is happening to. I haven't really heard their spouse speak out as much. So this book that you is it out or not yet? Are you still in the process?
No, I still, it's because I have one chapter left and I have not finished it. I have one chapter left. I used to always write it. He used to play the game and I would write into the book. It's a spiritual book though. It's about how to go through life. It's about how I navigated my life spiritually. Because a lot of people go, oh, I don't believe in zodiacs. I don't believe in this and this and this. And I was like, when I speak out about it in like little forums and stuff, people always say, dang, I never thought of it like that. That's a dope way to look at it. Dang, that's a dope perspective. I didn't think about it like that. I like it now. Dang, you know what? Now I'm gonna look into it. People always like get influenced when I break it down. Because sometimes it just takes a teacher. Sometimes the message isn't going the right way. So I'm gonna write a book to teach people like maybe they need to see my perspective and they'll understand it more. You know what I'm saying? So it was a spiritual book about that, girl. And I was breaking down numerology, breaking down just like how to use astrology the correct way, not to judge people, but to guide you. Like, because that's where I'm at like right now. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for the study of nature and life completely,
Okay. Now, if they want more on that, they got to follow you and tune in and wait for that book to come out, because I'm definitely going to be waiting. But we're going to get into this Beyonce concert that you went to.
Yes.
Now, you went to go see Beyonce. Now, you're a choreographer. So I need to know what was going on in your head while you was watching her?
Well, that was my third time seeing Queen. Okay. But I've been watching Beyonce. I've been studying her. Obviously, since I was doing Destiny's Child. Remember I was telling you like back when I was like 15, 16, I was doing Destiny's Child back then. Like, no. And I was doing Single Ladies when that just dropped back then too. Like, I remember doing a show with the company and I was like, I'm talking about I had no type of, it was just me and a little, I forgot even what I had on. And the kids was like, Beyonce. And I was like, now y'all know I was not no daggone Beyonce. Like, y'all know my skin, so, like, come on. But to kids, they didn't know. And that was the first time I was like, dang, like, y'all, I was like, but they are kids. Like, they really don't know. So I've been watching her for years. But my favorite artist really was Rihanna. It wasn't really Beyonce until, like, I started developing my dance career. Because, I had to study the grade. So it really wasn't Beyonce until I started really dancing professionally. But watching her, it always brings me to tears. I do cry because I watched all her behind the scenes videos. I know how it is. People like, they talk smack about Beyonce. Oh, she's not this, she's not that. But let me tell you something. Majority of people that talk smack about her, you have not rehearsed the way that woman has rehearsed. I don't care what type of, who she prayed to. I don't care what they got going on. Her execution of performance, you cannot speak. I mean, goosebumps right now. You cannot speak on somebody who executes. I can see she like digitally performs or she has a body double. But baby, I've done her baby boy video performance and I almost broke 10 bones trying to. It was no joke. I'm talking about, I had to, like when I did some of her videos and went viral, my neck was stiff for almost 2 days sometimes. Because her teaching that in a month, I had to learn it in one night. So I had to, my body was like, what's all this twisting you got going on? Like, I was stiff, but I went viral, girl. But it's like, watching her live, I'm like, girl, I know she went in on rehearsals. I know her feet are killing her. I know she got an extra corn on her foot. I know her bunion is killing her. Like, watching her live is like, bro, all that hard work and sacrifice, like, I've done it, like I've been there. And maybe not as much as her, obviously, because she's been doing it way long as I have. But to watch somebody in shoes that is of greatness, I appreciate and I value greatness, girl. Like, I don't care who you are. If I see you and I know you're like, that took you time and I know you did like the work, girl, that brings me that, oof. It brings chills to my body because I truly appreciate hard work, for real.
Okay, girl. Let's get into this fan that got you tatted. You know I wasn't gonna pass that up. What's up with that?
Oh my
up
gosh,
with that?
Kevin. So he's one of my supporters. I always say fancy supporters, but yeah, he's a fan. But yeah, he got it tatted. And oh, girl, I don't know what to say. It's crazy, like, cause I'm not no Beyonce yet, or no Cardi B, or no Nicki Minaj yet. So I'm just like, you got me. Like the one who's always annoying. People just be talking smack about me, girl. I can care less though. I'm like me, the one who nobody really likes to like. You know, you want to get me excited, but he was like, man, bump that, and it just showed me that like, if I was not popping, I would not have those haters. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no way you could thrive in this world without having somebody that's looking you up and down, because obviously your light is shining way too bright. You know, like superstar bright. So he told me, he said, make sure you tell your interviewer that I am a die-hard supporter. Like, I believe in your vision. I see it. And his son is getting it tatted too.
Ooh.
They drawing it up, girl.
Not Junior getting it tatted too.
The son is getting it tatted. They are really, really huge supporters. I've been streaming on my TikTok since like October, November last year, and they have been with me since then. And they watched me. They watched me go from nothing to something in like 2 months. I'm talking about the way I grew on TikTok was like kind of like not normal. So, and they watched all of it just happen right before their eyes. They're like, what the? And they was like, nah, y'all, we riding with you until you ain't even on this planet no more.
Yeah. Okay. Just to give some of the viewers a little insight for some that might not have seen the video, on her page, she's doing a little talking intro first, and then she goes in and talks about her fan supporter that got tatted. Oh, they typing you paragraphs, girl. Okay. You read that. But she talks about her supporter that got I think what did it say? What did his tattoo say?
No, it says villains. So okay, so my team is called the Villains. Okay, and they go, you know, why do you use villains? Why do you want to be a villain? And I've been seeing way more explanation for this. Thank you so much, Lady Unique. I see you, boo. Thank you so much, girl. So my team is called the Villains because villains to me are just people that wasn't really heard. And you know how some people have traumas and like they act out in different ways because they was never heard as a kid or as a teenager. They are heroes too, but they have this. They do a little bit more extra because they didn't have that love that they should have received as a kid or as a teen. So it's like, yeah, we all praise the ones that are right there shining, but what about the people that need that attention, that need that love just a little bit more? And I feel like, you know, if people hear about me a lot, I have a lot of haters. Hello, they may be like, oh, she and they may paint me as a villain for real, but then people get to know me, they're like, yo, you really dope. I'm like, I know. It's just, I know, but. I thought of it as, you know, it's time to kind of like give more love out to people that really do need it. And to me, villains are the underdogs that were always stepped over. And they just found a way to speak louder about it because nobody is paying them any attention. Right. And they're just as talented. They're just as good. But everybody always because of rumors, or you know, or because their outfit isn't normal, or they may dress different, or their attitude may not be like everybody else's, because they're meant to be the black sheep. Right. People always overlook the black sheep, and that's what I feel like being a villain is for my team. The ones who are always stepped over and overlooked, baby, because I'm gonna shine a light to everybody that didn't have a light before. That's my goal.
Okay, we are coming to a closing of the interview, but I do want to know, what's some advice that you want to give to upcoming dancers?
Hustle, baby. Rehearse. These TikToks. Y'all don't see me do a lot of TikTok dancing because I stream so much. I be so tired. But hop on these trends on TikTok. Right now, that is the viral way. Get in front of the camera. If you are shy, you have to find you a way. I don't know. That shy got to go out the window. Take your dance classes for sure. Make sure you have an amazing, amazing teacher that believes in you. Never, ever listen to what a hater got to say, baby, because if you was not popping, they would not be talking about you. I have had haters since I was a kid, baby. And so many people are in my inbox right now. So listen, I'm talking about hustle as far as get your face out there, do 10 videos a week, if not 10 videos a day. I need you to be rehearsing. And if you didn't think you rehearsed, rehearse again, and rehearse again, and rehearse again. Everything is about practice and rehearsing. That's all. Majority of all the work is rehearsal, y'all. Even if you're an artist, even if you are a writer, I don't care what it is, you have to rehearse. You have to choreograph. You have to always stay on your 10 toes and keep them down, because that is the only way you're going to outbeat your competition.
Yes.
Competition, we don't see a need. Okay.
And then shout out all your social medias and how everybody can support you.
Yes, y'all. Okay, so Amani Villa is my name on every platform: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, of course. It's always going to be Amani Villa. So it's the same spelling on every single platform, y'all.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm so glad we got to talk. You shared your insight and everything, girl. So I will definitely be keeping in touch with you. And you're in Atlanta, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah. We linking up.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you. And keep shining a light on people, because, listen, I am very private. So if it wasn't for this interview, I wouldn't even be talking about it. So I appreciate you, and keep following your dreams too of shining a light on other people, because you're gonna blow up too, girl. Everybody who I come across like this, they blow up. I'm telling you, I've watched it so many times. So don't stop what you're doing either, boo.
Never. And this is gonna be posted on YouTube after I edit and everything too. So I'll make sure I send you the.
Okay, boo. Let's go.
Hey, girl. Have a good day.
You too, beautiful. Bye, y'all.
All right, y'all, that is another episode of More Than a Creator. Y'all tune in and stay tuned. We do have another interview coming up at 11 o'clock, y'all. I'm going to make sure I go get me something to eat. I'm going to come right back, okay? Your girl has to eat. And then we'll be talking with her. If you missed some of the interview, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at More Than a Model Workshop. The link is also in my bio, okay? So if you want to book you an interview as well, go to www.summerchrissiana.com and make sure you click that availability on the calendar. So I'll see y'all for the next interview.